Well, we're going for a walk around the garden today to look at my Hebes. I've got 3 or 4 Hebes in flower and my 3 or 4 stands of lamb's ear to talk about what I've planted with them in the way of companion planting for optimum colour, really. Because don't we all want a garden that's made up of a whole lot of little mini scenes of beauty? And that's been my plan, really, as I've planted my garden. And it's not always easy. A lot of it happens by accident because we're not always sure what's going to flower at the same time. So it is often a little bit of a hit and miss affair. So first I had to decide what I liked, the colours. I looked at a lot of other gardens in the area and wider afield. When I travelled, I looked at other gardens and what I liked in terms of a plan and how I liked things situated, and I also looked at colours, and my favourites in the garden are the pinks and blues and mauves and lavenders and some yellow and some red, which I tend to not use a lot. So it's a bit restrictive for you people who love your hot colours. I have some dahlias down the back, which maybe later into the season we'll be able to talk a bit more about them. So today is about some more blues and pinks, and just going around and showing you some of the plants that I have put together. I never plant anything really without taking note of what's around it and what's hopefully going to flower at the same time, or either that or look bright in the winter and go together in the winter with the different foliages that they have. So on we go. So I'll go round. This is the first Hebe. These will be a bit mixed up because I don't want to go backwards and forwards through the garden. I just want to go round one time. So this Hebe is here matched with these self-seeded snapdragons and geranium or pelargonium, and there's some blue lobelia self-seeded in the back there and some candy tuft. So that's looking pretty good. And here he is. He always comes to talk when I am talking in the garden, comes to check. So that's the first Hebe. I'll just go around here to the lamb's ear. It's just here. This first one of lamb's ear is paired with some nemesia I was given. There's a little plant and I think it spreads quite well. So the nemesia together with some cornflower that's popped up here, and above the lamb's ear is a rosy cushion, pink rose. So they look pretty sensational together when the rose comes out. So on the other side is some more lobelia and some dianthus, which also look pretty good there. Now this is agastache. No, it's not. It's nepeta. And the lamb's ear in here is paired with some penstemon called cha-cha lavender. So that's also a pretty good combination in there. This rhodohypoxis here, which is going to finish soon, and that lamb's ear comes through the other side of the garden and edges the driveway, and also pairs as well again with that penstemon and this weigela. It's pink flowers, but when it flowers the lamb's ear hasn't started yet. So that's that. 2 lots of lamb's ear there. And there's another one here with the ajuga and the flax, which is a nice combination. Hello, Mr. Nosy. It's my cat. Magic is his name. So that's looking pretty good, and there's a little grass there, and my escallonia looking pretty good with that lamb's ear there. Now there's another lamb's ear through here, which is a pretty good group really. This is my Hebe, Princess Leah, and it's just flowering today. I just discovered that new flower, and the pansies with the purple edging, pinky edging, and in the back here is my mondo grass, which has just started flowering as well. So in the back there's a pink rose, on both sides, and there's a bit of candy tuft in there, so that's looking really nice. I love making these little mini scenes. So there's another Hebe here, which is a little bit sparse on the flowers, but it's enough to give you an idea. The cat is knocking my arm. So there's a little bit of erigeron in the back there, some cineraria and some armeria, pale pink armeria, and candy tuft. Some candy tuft in there, as well as some little phlox alongside it. So once again, that's looking pretty good. And another lamb's ear here, together with my new geranium, which I'm pretty delighted with. There it is. And some pink geraniums in the back there, pelargoniums. There's also been some white campanula here. So there's another good matching. And just here is another Hebe. Hebes have got a little bit beaten up by all the rain we had in the last 48 hours. And that's got some blue pansies around it. The petunias are a long way off. But these Hebes make a lovely foliage, and they don't die back in the winter, so they're a good winter colour. Right, so this is the last of the lamb's ear here on the back garden, with the hickory in the background, and once again some mondo grass. And I'll just go back here. Here we go. So that's that. And the final one is another Hebe in the back here, which is my main plant really of the Hebes. I think the other cuttings all came from this one, and I've put that in here with the heuchera and the cineraria, or dusty miller as some people call it. So that's looking pretty good. There was a foxglove in the background, but it's fallen down in the rain and the wind. So yeah, that just gives you a little bit of an idea of how you can create these little scenes in your garden that just lift the garden to a new level really. All right. To see more of the colour matching that I've done in the garden, you might want to check out the videos in my playlist, especially the one on ground covers, and there's another one on shrubs, putting shrubs together for the colour combinations in the shrubs. So thank you for joining me.